Welcome back to another video. I told y'all I had a new project. On Friday, I did a short, discussed that looking into two new possible projects. And I got one that I've just recently got into, trying to get some more information about it. It's very, very new. So I wanted to start kind of let y'all know about it. It is a free project. We know we like free projects. And it's still in testnet. You know we like our early projects, like our early testnet projects. Looking at some of these other projects where the money's made is airdrops and just being in very early. So I got an early project, so we'll go ahead and start talking about that. So again, thank you all for watching. I am the Grumpy Dad, but I tell you what, it's very hard to be grumpy when you have this crypto market just ripping, and we're just beginning. I just got off the phone with a good friend of mine who's also into crypto. He's going to ask me my 2 cents. We're bouncing some things off each other, and I told him, I don't think we've seen anything yet. I'm not ready to say there's an alt season or anything like that. I've covered all that in other videos. I don't want to rehash all that, but got a new president coming who's going to be very pro-crypto, putting pro-crypto legislation in there. We're going to get some rate drops. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to get somebody new with the SEC that's not going to be anti-crypto. Just think there's a lot of things that are going on that's going to make it pro-crypto. Now, where the money settles, that's the big question mark. That's the big question mark I have. Bitcoin, money goes out of that. You know, y'all know how it works. I don't want to rehash all that. Altcoins, big caps, small caps, micro caps, AI, Meta, Deepin. We don't know where it is that's going to settle at. Best thing to do is get our hands in as many projects as possible. Throw them all against the wall and see which one sticks. So when there's a new project come out, especially when it looks very promising. But again, these are new. And please remember, if you're going to watch this video forward from this point, we're all taking chances here. Don't come back to me 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now if this project or any of these other projects don't, you know, a lot of feedback. It's a very big turnoff for me to see the amount of resentment that goes on in YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. I can't really say TikTok. Most of them, Calvin's pretty cool, but most of these people on TikTok are like, people could even make it on YouTube. Like, it's just a septic tank. But when you follow anybody on YouTube, I can't stand this thing about people trying to blame others. You know, you got all this stuff going on right now with Hook to a girl or whatever. And I'm sorry I'm going on this because this is, y'all should be used to by these videos by now, but that they want to hold her responsible. She has no idea what was going on. Somebody convinced her to do a Hawk to a meme coin. She has no idea. And they want to put her in jail for that. You got involved with a meme coin. 99% of me, just like the guy who wanted to get on me on some of my comments because I talked about Kulo back in January. If you're still in Kulo at this point or any meme coin, that's on you if you didn't take profits. Nothing in these videos are financial advice. I tell y'all what I'm doing. Y'all want to follow along? Come on. That's on you. Y'all are adults making y'all's own decisions. Whether we're getting into wingbits, geodnet. You know, geodnets we're doing very well in. Using bitharvest, or if you're getting on entropy, which is, you know, making $25 a day right now in entropy. Then if you in entropy, you also get a code to start out with this project we're going to discuss tonight. But that's on you. If entropy, which I don't think, but I'm just saying, if entropy disappears tomorrow, you go to GeoNet's website tomorrow and the website's not there, that's crypto. And if you can't handle that, you need to close this out and go watch some Disney World videos. They'll be open sucking your money. That's one thing that is guaranteed. But we got to learn crypto. I put that earlier on my Twitter. Crypto is a very toxic place. It's full of people who just can't take responsibility for their own actions. Nobody's forcing you to press that buy button, but you. You don't follow crypto advice. None of us know what we're talking about. None of us. Alice Becker says that, and even though he acts like he's the greatest or whatever, he also has this huge disclaimer that basically says, you will get wrecked in crypto. Do not follow anything I say. So, before we go any further, if you can please just hit that like button for me. I really appreciate it. That helps out so much. It's crazy. The algorithm really pushes out when y'all take 2 seconds for me and hit that like button. subscribe. I just recently hit 25,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps out. And hit the little bell notification. There's times I come out with videos that are very time sensitive, and I don't want to see y'all miss them. So hit the little bell notification, and we're going to get started with this project. So sometimes I'm a little hesitant when I come out with projects that cost money because we've been burned by projects in the past. I had somebody mention this to me on one of the means of communication, whether it's, I can't remember, whether or not it was Facebook Messenger or something, but to look into this. At first, I kind of blew it off because I thought it was just another program to put on your phone or your computer to share bandwidth and stuff. Another Grass or Honeygain or whatever, 10 of them are now. But it's not. When I started looking into it and actually watching some videos, it's kind of a new concept. And y'all know I'm into RF. I like RF. But again, I'm going to say this again, it's free. So despite any kind of negative comments people are going to make, because every project I put up, no matter if 99% of people love it, there'll be somebody who makes a comment. What do you have to lose? Just like I'm going to do another video on a new ESP32 project. What do you have to lose? It doesn't cost anything to get in. You don't have anything to lose. So before we get on that, I want to say one thing is we still have a lot of projects going on. There's still this mentality that, and I apologize, I know I'm getting too long before I even get to the project, but it's just a couple of things I have to say. And I've said this before. There's this mentality by some people, because they still make comments about, well, you're supposed to be into this project, and why are you talking about this one? And you in this now? What happened to so and so? I've even seen comments to me in Discord. What happened to so and so? I can be in multiple projects. I tell y'all, if y'all go over my Monday videos, if y'all watch my Monday videos, when I talk about all the projects we're in, that video just keeps getting longer and longer and longer because of the amount of projects we're in. I'm getting in as many projects as I can. I just got my from this code right here. I just got my rewards from that. Y'all are doing awesome. I appreciate it. Y'all are buying these things up. I have a very, very good feeling, not financial advice, but I'm telling you, I've always had a good feelings with wingbits, but even more, these devices are still moving. The wingbits device, wingbits and / geodnet device, geopulse. And hey, if you use my code at hivefix.ai, if you can order from there, you're saving 10%. And with the price of what these devices cost, that's a pretty good chunk. That's almost you're saving $100 on the combined wingbits geodnet device. Cheap plug, but still, my point is the fact that here we are 2 months after those devices went on sale, they're still doing well. And then I got the check in or my deposit in from my residuals from that. And I'm going to put that back into this project, into this channel, or buy another get into a project. So I do have that kind of going on. But again, here comes this project. And this is 375 AI. Now, we know AI is the new hot topic, the new hot thing. I keep saying that, I still see some YouTubers talk about meta, but I think AI, we all know AI deep in is going to be the hot subjects this bull market, bull cycle. And here we are. So I saw this where this is an app you're putting on your phone, but it's not just that. It's the first decentralized edge data intelligence network. It helps create a smarter, more connected world. Now, if you went to my lives, you know that we did discuss a little bit about this, but it's connected world, AI, either from vehicles or whatever, while you're driving around, it's picking up data points. And I'm still trying to really wrap my head around exactly what is it collecting, because there are these nodes. I'm sorry, which is actually the edge product. I call it a node. It is a node, but it's a edge product. And this device contains a GPU in it. And I'm going to make some space here. 375 Edge, the world's first edge AI data intelligent node providing real-time insights through edge AI. You know, a lot of fancy words. This is crazy though. Listen, y'all know me. I'm not getting paid by any of these projects. Y'all know that. So I can say what I want to say. If y'all know me at all, I can be very bullish on a project and still find something negative to say. Hence the disclaimer you saw in the beginning. I don't know if this is going to be something that's going to hinder this project. If this is really, this project's going to rely really on a number of these, I gotta wait. But we're going to talk about that because they got some other things in the making. But they have already have some partnerships with Outward Media. I also saw an article where they have already gotten $5 million in funding to get this started, which is a very good chunk of change. You know, I've seen some projects get $1 million, $2 million. They got $5 million. That's a positive. That's one of the positive feathers in that cap, if you want to say that. So, watching a video earlier where it was somebody from this team, he discussed how instead of them trying to spread these across the United States, they're really trying to hit certain, because like one in each city wouldn't really help out too much, but they're trying to concentrate more in certain cities to collect data and stuff like that. But basically, you know, they have some kind of partnership with some media company. But the little node that you saw, the edge, this thing right here, also has, as you can see, has many different RF connections on it, but it also has cameras. So that's part thing. And look, I'm gonna discuss it just because I know that I don't want y'all to think that this project is strictly the phone thing, but it is what we're here for. Now, one thing I am seeing in the videos and people discuss is that the tokenomics, as far as the split between what an edge is going to make versus the phone, we don't know that yet. Or if it is out, we don't know about it yet because, like I said, I just watched some very current videos. You have to imagine that though the rewards for a 30,000 device are going to be astronomical compared to what a phone would be. I know that there is 1 billion in the market cap supply. Sorry, with the supply, 42.5%, 42.5% of community incentives for paying out these type of things. And that will be distributed over 5 years. So that's one thing. So the thing that we're here to talk about is the 375 Go. Again, I have this on my phone. You can download it on Google. You have to have a Phantom wallet to go with it. You have to put your Phantom wallet into DevNet mode to be able to collect it. But we're going to talk about all that in a second. Don't get ahead of me. So basically, as you're riding around, this runs in the background. You don't have to keep it open like Nadix or something like that. You know, I have it as an iPhone. I have it. I just make sure the app's open, but then I go and do whatever else I'm gonna do. My point is, I don't force close it or anything like that. It's running in the background, and I'm driving around. And as you drive around, these hexes fill up. So if you go to testnet.375.ai, you can see, you know, the hexes that are filled up. And this has not been out. I didn't think this was out that far, but they got a lot of hexes. Now, one thing I cannot find an answer of, and if for those who are in it, y'all can answer this for me, is once it's been hexed, or is it like, do you get any kind of reward or anything if you drive over these hexes again? You know, if somebody else rode through these hexes, now these hexes aren't this big, so this is my area, and you know, if I drove through interstate right here, am I not getting anything for that? Or does it refresh? So basically what it's doing is you can see on your phone. Let me see if I can find an image of it. Let me show you right here in this image. This is from the back on the website. So when you click one of these hexes, eventually it will start showing you the data side of this. You know, what the 3G strength was, 5G strength for, you know, my Wi-Fi, that kind of stuff like that. And that's what you're measuring for some reason. Now, what I will say is when I go back to here and I click any of these, a lot of times I'm not seeing that kind of information. So You can see where it says signal data, scanning, but it's not telling me what the Wi-Fi. But again, this is all testnet. This is all testnet. Another thing, again, y'all know that I'm honest with y'all. I will tell you is that so far the support has not been the greatest. When I first got this, it was a new project. I didn't know nothing about it. I put it on what I call my burner phone. It's an old cell phone one of my kids had. That's what I run my Natix on. If you've seen any of my videos, it doesn't have service on it, but I have a Wi-Fi hotspot in my vehicle. So the Natix just runs off of that Wi-Fi while I'm driving around. It works great. So since this was a new project, I didn't realize it was just kind of far along. I don't feel comfortable with it. I'm putting it first on that burner phone. Drove around with it 2 days, was working behind the scenes with my Natix, worked great. I mapped some hexes. You have to put an email in to get, we have a code that we're going to talk about a little bit later to get in. And then you need that Solana wallet. Okay, well, once I start doing some more homework on it, I realized it's more safer than I thought it was going to be. And then I don't go everywhere with that burner phone because I'm not happy with Natix. So I wanted to put it on I have 2 actual cell phones that I use. And I wanted to put it on one of my cell phones I always carry. When I tried to, and I asked first in Discord, can you move it from phone to phone if I'm not going to use this other phone no more? Yep, no problem. Just use your email and the same Phantom wallet. You should be good to go. Signed out of my burner, which was a mistake. Signed out of my burner one on my phone. I then downloaded the app, used the same email, and when I went to put in the wallet, it says wallet and used by another account. Well, there is no other account. So I thought I might have used maybe my GrumpyDad email, and that one didn't have an account to it at all. Only my certain email that I previously used would allow me to get in, and then the wallet said personally in use. Made a ticket up. It took 24 hours for somebody to even touch my ticket, even though you could see the admins or whatever in the Discord. It took 24 hours for them to even add. And then the first admin said, I can't answer this question. I need to tag somebody else. He tagged that person. Did you try this? Did you try this? Well, I have to get with the developers. And then the next day I asked 24 hours again later. So we on 48 hours now. So another 24 hours goes by, no answer. Hey, guys, is there any kind of update to this? It goes several hours with no answer. I said, screw it. Let me just try. Again, with Phantom, you can just create a new address. I created a new address and account with Phantom, got right in, and now I'm mining again. So I lost my first 2 days, and they still don't have an answer for it. Every now and then they'll get back with a ticket. So then I've asked them some things as far as like a YouTube is concerned, questions for the video, and I've had no response on it. That's been for 2 days now. So I am a little concerned with the amount or the lack of technical support. And when you ask questions in the Discord is pretty busy. There's a lot of people in it, but the people who are answering are newbies who think they know, but they don't know. Somebody else was having the issue, the kind of same issue I'm having. And I said, yeah, I had that same issue. Tickets weren't no help. And you got some new guys saying, well, did you try to do sign out and sign back in? Did you try to delete the app and put the app back in? Yeah, I tried to shut up. You're not with the project. You're new. You don't know. Shut up. So that is one thing I just want to prepare y'all for, because I know some of y'all need some help every now and then. And maybe it's a simple thing y'all can get answered. But before we go any further, I wanted to make sure I go over that with y'all, because if you have some kind of sign-in issue, there's people having signing issues. I want to make sure that we go over that. Now, again, this is the headache, the necessary evil of being with beta. I want to make sure I say that, because I did previous videos on some of the projects we're in about being in beta, and some people had issues with different things and complained. You don't have a right to complain. You're in beta. When you choose to get into a project for beta, you're choosing to deal with the headaches for the possibility of a little bit better income or revenue when it goes mainnet. That's the give and the take here. You don't want to deal with some of these headaches, then you sit back and you wait for mainnet, for alpha or gold or whatever they call it these days, and you just wait for that. But you know, in crypto, we're going to complain about everything. That's a necessary evil. So going back to our other side, so I'm going to go over this just really quick because there's not that much information on it. But one of the videos I saw with the guy from 375 discussed this highly. It did intrigue me. I'm not going to lie to y'all. It goes to show you that just because they got some of these nodes or the edges out and they got us all downloading this app, they're not just resting on that. So their next thing that they're working on is the 375 Street. It should be a smaller version of what that edge looks like for a fraction of the cost. That's what Grumpy's talking about. In the video I just watched, I can just to give him credit for it, I will, link that video because it had some very good information on it. It's actually very long, so it's longer than what Grumpy's videos normally are. But hey, it's a good, talk between the guy from YouTube. First time I ever watched him, he was pretty good, and not a lot of subscribers. And the guy from 375, I will have a link for that. But he says it's gonna be a smaller version. His words are somewhere around or approximately $1,000. Now, looking at some of the projects we're in, $1,000 is a pretty high clip when you think about, with the wingbits geodnet device using Grumpy's code. But you're getting 2 projects for that. The regular wingbits device is what, $400, $300 with the code. Even a chirp device that I'm very high on that project, that's like $800. So this would be, the Street is going to be a smaller version, collects a little bit less data. It's not going to be, it's more or less made for a street version, or they talked about like putting in front of a coffee shop or something, like that. And you get a little bit less rewards, but it's more or less for urban and suburban environments and not like the big interstates with a lot of traffic like the node would be. You can earn the 375 to contribute valuable data. So this is one thing that they're looking at. And another thing that intrigues me, just because I got fiber, is, let me see, the 375 Vault. And he even talked about he's already working with several DPIN projects. There are several DPIN projects out there that have storing data as part of their community. And they are working with that because they said they're going to be storing petabytes worth of information that they're collecting from all these different, from us on our apps and also on the nodes. Grumpy ain't going to own a node. So y'all who have nodes, but you know what I get at. And they will need help storing some of that. Yeah, and I know I'm guilty. I mean, I know I'm negative about everything. I'm hoping it's some kind of split redundant system where the data doesn't get put in this 1375 node, because if that thing ever comes offline because that person don't care no more about the project, what happens to that data? Hopefully it's some kind of redundant, RAID system or something like that where, anyway, I don't get too in the weeds with that. But distributed storage provides efficient, secure storage with 375 AI's growing data lake of real world, easy setup. They're saying you can connect it to your Wi-Fi at your house and just plug it in, and you'll earn rewards for it. So depending on the price, they think it's gonna be somewhere between $200, $300. It's just gonna be basically a device with a solid state hard drive in it. I'm very intrigued on this, to be honest with you. I like, so far, the little bit I've seen, I do like getting that financial advice. This is just my own take on it. Y'all know I'm into IT type stuff at work now, RF stuff at work. I'm kind of intrigued by this. This is a little bit different twist on DPIN. Call me intrigued. $200, $300, compared to what we're paying for weather stations and stuff like that. I could live with that. I don't know about the $1,000 street version. I mean, but I'd love to do an unboxing video for 375. Hint, hint. But this looks like a very interesting project. You know, they say they got partners. This real estate partner is Outfront Media. They have access to 40,000 premium billboard sites across the United States. That's where they want. That's is basically where they want to put those nodes or those edges at, as you can see in that picture. They are on the Solana ecosystem, of course, because they're using the Phantom wallet. And you know, of course, they're offering for data buyer and stuff like that. What's it used for? Urban planning, infrastructure, navigation and mapping, logistics, supply. Let's be honest, majority of us don't care about that. We just want to know what we're getting paid. So if you're on their website 375.ai and you go to community tab, you can find a link for their Discord, a link for their Twitter X. But just to show you how long this has been out that I really did not know about it, they actually had where they had meetups at Converge, Token 2049, and Breakpoint, which was all in Singapore in September. This stuff's been up there for that long, and they got a couple of different articles. So this looks like this launched. The Edge launched in 12. Now, September 12th. I will say because they mentioned it. The video I watched was about a week old, and he said the previous week before that was when it was finally released for iPhones or iOS. So it is new on that side as far as the device. So as y'all can see, this is Houston. People have been doing some mapping. Again, I'd like to find out, you know, what's the incentive that if everything around you has been mapped at some point. But I guess you look at like hivemapper, not everything in hivemapper has been covered. So again, it's a pretty intriguing project. I think it's pretty cool. Again, it doesn't cost anything. Now, one thing that is going on right now is the fact that not everybody's going to get into it. You know, this is kind of like, I hate to say the new thing with projects, but you know, I know some of y'all complained about it. Entropy, Useless Brick, Irwin, even wingbits to a point if there's a hex around you that's occupied. But this one right now, you need to get some type of code. There are codes, referral codes. I have a referral code that's in my description below. If you could please use it after I did this video, I would highly appreciate it. You're going to have to copy and paste it. What I've already complained to them about was, and supposedly it's on their roadmap to fix, is the referral code is like 10 digits, 10 different letters and numbers. So it's not easy for people to remember or type in. You know, I wish they had something like you could put grumpy with a number or something like that, like a lot of projects do, and that would be a lot easier. I don't know what I get out of it. I don't know what you get out of it. I don't know if you get a bonus, I get a bonus, or you get in easier. I know that if you don't have a code to get in, you get put on a waiting list. If you're in the entropy project, you go into Discord and look in. So go into the entropy Discord if you're in there, and you go to the giveaway section. Again, you have to be a member of entropy for this, but they've worked out a deal with them where there is a code in there that gets you immediately access into the project. That's what I used. I'm trying to see if they have any other kind of codes like that. That's the only code I know of right now. So again, I can't see the waiting list being that long. I'm sure there's a lot of people trying to get in this. You see more and more people talk about it. So the life of a YouTuber, I just did a 5-minute exit thing and none of it recorded. That's awesome. And I totally lost my train of thought at this point trying to figure that out. So I know they got some other codes out there, but you know, if you use my code, I appreciate it. Again, I'm trying to get a code. I try to get a code from them so that y'all could just come in like other YouTubers have. Y'all don't have to worry about the wait list. But like I said, nobody got back to me. Nobody denied me. Nobody approved me either. So we'll see. Again, this is a project that I'm kind of excited about. It's just different. You know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Download it on your app, on your phone, ride around with it. Doesn't cost you anything. You should already have a Phantom wallet. Just something I wanted to bring to y'all. Something that intrigues me. So, you know, I'm going to bring it to y'all. And we'll see what happens with it. I'm not making any promises of what happens to it. Yeah, I know that's how I am, but right now everything's in test net, so we're not getting paid by it. But again, it doesn't cost anything to get in. Now, if you want to go buy a node, $30,000, knock yourself out. You're on you. You at that point. I got a feeling if you have $30,000 free money just to blow on a brand new project like that, you're not worried about if it makes it or not. I don't know. So thank y'all. Trying to do another video this weekend. I've been working all day. I catch up when you take vacation and go hunting and stuff like that. Work gets behind. Now I'm back to burning the candle at both ends, and we had our work Christmas party last night, and that was pretty cool. But reminds me how old I am when you stay out past your bedtime. So, ESP32 devices. I told y'all I also had another project for that I'm looking at, trying to get some information about it. I want to bring it to y'all and tell y'all about it, but I'm not in it. So it's like, I had a lot of people asking me about it. I see it getting more and more traction. I might bring it up a little bit. We'll see what happens with that. Another thing I'm looking at doing with these is solo mining. Looking into that also, but I just know I'm gonna get flack for that one, because when I see other people talk about doing solo mining, they just kind of get attacked in it. And you know, I've said before, solo mining, you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning while winning the lottery at the same time. But you know, it's something fun. It's intriguing. You're learning something. You keep yourself occupied. Bull market starting. I want to be in as many projects as possible, and you know, lose the rest of the hair I got. I don't know what to tell you, but hey, look, I'm hyped up. I got people calling me every day. I got friends that have been in crypto for a while. I got a buddy who's had Bitcoin for I don't know how long, years and years and years and years. He's held it and kept saying, I'm gonna sell it at 100,000. And he texted me the other day saying he finally sold. And I'm like, you did what? I'm happy for him. But you know, I know I'm just regurgitating. I keep saying it over and over again. Please just, how about this? How about just join my X? I am uploading and putting stuff on X constantly. I started out very slow, constantly doing the X thing. I'm in the Discords, emails below. If y'all need anything, y'all holler. My lives are on Thursday. If y'all new to the channel, check out my lives on Thursday. It's kind of cool because I don't have no kind of set agenda that we go down. I kind of just start talking about the market. And as people start bringing up questions in the chat, we just start BSing and chit-chatting. Sometimes it lasts an hour. The other day it lasted 2 hours. I keep saying, all right, guys, thank y'all. And then right when I'm trying to leave, somebody asks another question and we talk about for 15 minutes. And people kind of give each other input, and it's cool. It's just a very laid-back live. I changed it to 7 o'clock on Thursday nights because people asked to move it back a little bit later. Hasn't really made a difference. It gets about 20, 25 people in there, but I know I got 200 that view it later, so I'm cool with it. Monday is my videos where I go over everything. If you haven't seen those, I do put chapters because we're all over the place and it takes a long time. But I don't want to make this video. I want to keep this video about 375 AI for right now because I think that's going to be a cool project if it works out the way they do it. Again, $5 million. Some group invested $5 million into this. They know something we must not know, because that's a good chunk. I've seen some projects get $1 million, $2 million. I'm sure they got some that got more, but I'm just saying $5 million is pretty good that somebody has a faith in this project. I'd like to know exactly what data it's collecting, the way it's discussing, but we'll see. Y'all go to the website, go to the Discord. Y'all check it out. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I didn't realize there's that many people in. I mentioned it in Twitter the other day, and I have several people who I follow that follow me that I've known for some time through this crypto journey, and they're like, we're in it. I thought you knew about that already. We're in it. So I want to make sure I bring it to y'all. We're all getting this journey together. And again, putting our hands as many projects as we can early to maximize our revenue, to maximize what we make out of it. So thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a great weekend. God bless all y'all. Happy holidays to everybody. And see y'all in the next video.